Hey guys, Rich here, and today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to set up the new Temporary Closures BMLT plugin. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's meant to show a list of meetings that are temporarily closed. And how that works is it shows meetings that are set to unpublished in the BMLT. Now you can see right here we've got a whole bunch of them because right now there is a ton of meetings that are temporarily closed and that list is rapidly expanding. So there's also several areas here because my area does show several areas on our meeting list. And what's great about this is that rather than trying to maintain a list of a whole bunch of meetings that are closed, your meeting list coordinator can just set it to unpublished and then easily publish it back when the meetings reopen. Unpublishing is not the same as deleting a meeting. And it just automatically updates. And of course, it automatically updates on neighboring areas' websites as well. So how do you get it? Well, we have to install this one manually. It's not in the WordPress library just yet, but it's coming. It should be there within the next few days, possibly by the time that you watch this video. So you could search for it first. I'm going to upload it manually. This is version 1.1. All that's new from 1.0 is some additional options for sorting, which I will show you. And then, of course, you're going to activate it. Once you activate it, you're going to be greeted by this nice friendly error message at the top that says BMLT root server in settings is missing. We're going to click on that, and it's a nice little shortcut to the settings that we need to set up. So the requirements here are a little bit different than other BMLT plugins. Obviously, we need a root server. We always need a root server. But another thing that we need is we're going to need BMLT credentials. And you are absolutely going to want to make sure that you check Use Unpublished Meetings. Now, the thing about the BMLT credentials that you need to know is that you need to have permissions to view the unpublished meetings from all of the service bodies that you're trying to display on your website. Remember, unpublished is unpublished for a reason. They're not meant to be seen. This is something that's being used for meeting closures because of the circumstance that we have right now, but unpublished means unpublished, so you need permissions to see them. All right, so we can save the changes, and now we can set the service body over here. I'm going to set this to Suffolk Area Service, and then we save it again. And now we're going to look at how to set up a page. The default implementation is very simple. It's just a short code that says temporary closures, and it's going to display the area that I just set. And we can view this by opening a new page. And here we go. These are the Suffolk area meetings that are unpublished right now. So these are the ones that are temporarily closed. Now, as always, I want to draw your attention to these little notes at the bottom. These are your instructions on how to implement this plugin. And this is a pretty simple one, so there's not a whole lot that's here, so it makes it nice and easy. Okay, here's the basic stuff. You can add your root server services, and there's additional instructions for that down here. If you need to do something with a different root server, you can add that. Services means service body, so we can add multiple service bodies. Now, obviously, there's numbers that are used for service bodies. You can find those in the list up here. For example, Suffolk area is 1001, Eastern New York region is 2. So I would want to add, say, the Eastern Long Island area. So we want to add 1003. So what we can do right here is we can say services 1001 and 1003. And then we'll do the old update and refresh, and we're going to see some additional meetings on this list. All right, and you can see there are some more than were there before. There are a bunch more options down here that you can play around with. You set it to recursive. That was nice and simple. You just set it to 1. Display type. So there are a few, 3 different specifically types of display options. Simple and table are pretty similar. And then you could set it to block. And this is nice. It gives you a different style. And what's cool about that is, you know, if this plugin doesn't play nice with your theme, you can, of course, play around with some CSS to make it look good, but you can also just try the different display type and just see if that looks better on your site. So that'll work out really nice. Custom queries, you could set by formats. You could choose to sort by different things. Now, this one is particularly useful, I've found, and you could also do sorting up here where you can change the sort order, where this one's set by location, then weekday, then start time. But if we just want to sort by weekday, we could say sort by weekday tiny int. We'll just paste that in over there. And as this list continues to grow, it's kind of useful to have it sorted by weekday. That way, whoever's looking at this list can easily just find what's closed on that particular night. And remember, if they're looking for what's open, they can use your crouton or the PDF that's generated in Bread, and they'll only see those open meetings. So those are more accurate as well. The last option on here is that you can change the language to Danish. Right now it's only Danish and English, but we should be getting more language support. So that's it. This is a tool that can be used. Like I said, it's going to keep your stuff accurate, and it's going to keep your neighboring areas stuff accurate, and it makes life a lot easier than just trying to maintain a list of closed meetings and trying to get in touch with a whole bunch of people and coordinating with a whole bunch of people. It just requires the meeting list coordinator to unpublish the meeting, and then all this stuff works in the background. And that's really what the BMLT is about, right? All this, there's a whole back end set up that will do all this stuff for you and make life a lot simpler.